Hey guys, welcome back to the Arnie Barney Studios. So here we make piano videos, how to solve puzzles like Rubik's Cubes, and video game reviews, stuff like that. So a couple of months ago, because of all the COVID and pandemic, PlayStation made two games free for all PlayStation users. This game called Journey and this game called Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection. So I'd heard a lot about Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 and that they were really good. And the collection comes with the first three games and they're all remastered. So I just wondered, I wanted to give it a try. So I downloaded it and it was free. And I started playing the first one. And I just recently finished it and it was an amazing experience. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing this game. So let's get started. If you're new to my channel, then I handle reviews a different way. I break it up into gameplay, graphics, and story. And I think these are some of the main three key factors in games. And for some games, I was thinking I would add an environment for some open world games from now on. So yeah, let's get started. So starting off with gameplay. Well, this amazing series started off with some sloppy gameplay. That's all I can say, because the gameplay isn't really the best. Let me expand on that. So one time I was hiding and taking some cover, and there was a guy shooting at me, and there was some ammo in another ledge. So I just ran there, and I was out in the open, and I thought I could quickly get it and go back and hide and shoot him down. But then when I pressed the triangle to get the ammo, it just didn't work, and I don't know why. It took a few seconds, and by that time I'd already lost a lot of health. But yeah, that was one complaint I had. And also, in stealth sections, there's not very many, but if you just get one enemy, all the other enemies are like, hey. So for example, one time there was a dude up there and a dude down here, and I just got this guy, and that dude was like, hey, and he just turned around, and he didn't even see me, and he still knew where I was. And I didn't like that very much. However, things about the gameplay I really did like was there's no HUD in this game. Whenever you're low on health, the screen just starts going black and white. So that's what I really like, because usually games with HUD, they try to minimize the HUD. They try, when you're just roaming around, they try to take it away. This game doesn't have it at all, and it's very good. It helps you get better at the game, and there's nothing blocking small areas of the screen. So it really lets you see all around and know wherever you are. So that was something I really liked about the gameplay. Other than that, the shooting mechanics are all very good. And I want to make something clear for everyone. I thought this would just be a funny action adventure game. But secretly, in disguise, this is actually a horror game. You know why? Because there's this one time where you have to go in a dark hallway, and there's a bunch of dark rooms, and there's these monsters in all of them, and it's really creepy. And at one point, the alarm just goes off for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And then everything's just shiny and stuff, and it's so creepy. And when you just take a turn, something just jumps at you, and you have to be very careful. So yeah, it's a very creepy game, and if you're just getting this for fun, what can I say? Do whatever you want, but I'm just giving you a heads up. So before we move on to the graphics, I just want to thank everyone so much for all of the support they showed me, especially in my last video, the Supernatural Season 1 review. I got over 100 views in the first week, and I want to thank you so much for sharing it, because I know a couple of us shared it, and that's how it got so many views. So thank you so much. It really, really helps. And it already has around 120 views. So thank you so much, and I want to know that I really appreciate it a lot. So again, thank you so much for all of your support. Okay, so now for the graphics in this game. So the graphics are, what do you expect for a 2007 game? Not the best, but the remastered looks much better than the original game when you compare them. And keep in mind the Nathan Drake collection has all of the three of them remastered, not the original, so they all look better than they used to. And yeah, the game is actually pretty good looking, and there's a lot of detail put into it for that old of a game, and you can still see the reflections in the water and all of that very clearly. And the graphics, I tried the old game, I tried the PS3 version, and also in that it's pretty good. It's not to today's standards, but it looks a lot better than some other games which released like a couple of years later. So yeah, I would just give it a thumbs up for the graphics. But compared to nowadays standards, it's nothing. But that doesn't really matter now, does it? Because it's still massive, and for a game of that age, it's still a masterpiece. So yeah, that's all I can say about the graphics. So now let's move on to the final part and the most important part of the game, the story. Okay, so Uncharted 1 is an amazing game, and the pros of the game are that it has an amazing story, and it's a great start to the franchise, and all of the characters, they all have good personalities, and the facial animations, although may not be the best, are very good for a time like that, since I know games after that where facial animations aren't very real and they kind of look fake. So yeah, these are all the pros, and the cons are bad stealth mechanics and sometimes clunky controls. So at the end of the day, there's almost enough cons as pros, and although this game is amazing, it still does have its cons, and it's surprisingly not buggy. Like some games back then, a lot of games back then, not some, were very, very buggy. And this game is not buggy. Also the PS3 version, I mean, it is buggy sometimes, but not as much as games which came out in like 2010 or 2011, and this came out in 2007. So I would say good job on that. So at the end, if it weren't for the bugs, this game would have got around an 8.8. But with all of that, I give it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, it has its pros. It also has its cons. And this game is obviously not going to be the best of the franchise. And I can already say that since I just recently started playing Uncharted 2, and that is such a better improvement. Everything looks much better. There's way less bugs, and the gameplay is much, much better already, and I just started playing. So yeah, I'm going to be making a review of that soon, and all of the Uncharted games are fairly short, so maybe a month or even less, but I don't get to play a lot, so yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm aiming for 20 likes again before I make another video game review. And I would really appreciate it if you all share and leave a like. And if you like my videos, please subscribe. It shows your support and that you want more. So again, thank you for watching, and tune in. I'll be making another video real soon. So bye for now.